Hello, everyone. Good day to you all. And welcome to the May edition of the Triple T Tweens and Parents Virtual Forum. And I'm glad to have you back again after a month. And I hope you had fun with everything that we look at the last time. Today, I will be giving you tips and techniques using Animami presentation, Animami mask, holiday planning, spot the difference, and these are the tasks that the twins will be doing on their own. The Animal Me quiz will be done by both the parents and the twins. So the parents will learn a bit more about how to support their children when they're doing the Animal Me quiz. So it's a family quiz and anyone can do it. After that, while the kids are doing the stuff that they're supposed to do, the parents will be joining me and will be looking at developing skills for listening to your child. And also we'll be looking at should private tutors be record check with everything that is going on in our society. Then the twin will join us back, and then we'll be looking at successful learners, how to support our twins to be a successful learner through achieving and nurturing. The job sector of this week, remember that I am a careers advisor. The job sector of this week will be focusing on food and drink, and we'll be looking at the jobs that are available now and the jobs that are evolving into the future. So that's the things we're going to be looking at today. Our blog is a place you can interact with me and interact with other parents as well. What should you expect from this forum? My name is Sam Soyombo, and I am a careers advisor. I work in schools. And with this Triple T forum, I want to use this to highlight issues that can help parents to support their twins. I will be giving you aids that will help child skills development in a child. So there are activities that will help their development, like the Animal Me that we'll be doing today. There will also be opportunity for parents to engage in discussion with myself and with other parents on my blogs and the YouTube. So you can get to the blog on the Triple T site of Sam Shoyombo's website. And you also have the opportunity to have a one coaching session with me with your twin. So you can book that. And I should say everything is all free. And also parents have to log the activity that their twins are doing on the website. It will be available on every page of the twin sections in my website. There are different levels of award that the twin could get. But the first thing they must do is to go through the egg award. So if they're joining us, they must go through the egg award. And then next year, the twins are here. If they will be going through Caterpillar Award. And then the year after, we'll have chrysalis and butterfly. So those are the ways that you will be able to engage with the Triple T. I'm now going to get one of our twins to give us the ground rules for today. So these are the ground rules that we must obey. For those of you that were here last month, this is a time for you to grab a cup of tea because you probably will have had it, or maybe you need to listen to it again to remind yourself of the rules.
My name is Tweens, and I'm going to be 9 years old in the second of May. My name is Ryder Sweetie, and I'm 10 years old. Tiffany and I are going to tell you about some Triple T ground rules. Number 1, please mute your microphone all the time if you are joining through Zoom. Number 2, please type your questions or contributions on the chat. Number 3, live sessions will be streamed on YouTube. Edited recorded sessions will be posted on YouTube by Tuesday after this session. Number 4, there are 4 types of awards a tween can achieve. Egg ages 8 to 13, that's a pillar. 10, Chrysalis 11, and Butterfly 12. Number 5. There are 12 sessions per year, April to March. You can join at any of the sessions. Parents and their twin are required to participate in at least 10 of the 12 sessions to get the twin to achieve the Egg Award. Number 6. To get each of the post-egg awards, tween can participate in the session on their own, under parent supervision. Tweens need to participate in minimum of 8 sessions and one parent and tween coaching to achieve each award. Number 7. Parents will have to complete your own twin activity log and book one free coaching session per year. Number 8. Be on time for each virtual session. We will start 4 p.m. prompt UK time every second Saturday. As a best practice, be just a few minutes early. Participate actively in each session. Number 9. Share experiences and best practices. Discuss successes and challenges on the blogs and YouTube. Number 10. Disagree is okay, but be respectful and cautious. Build on others' ideas and thoughts. Child development, social work, and medical practitioners are observing the conversation and will intervene for any child safeguarding issues. Number 11. Please share all the blogs, YouTubes, and website resources. Encourage others to engage via YouTube or the blogs. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Brian and Tiffany. And now, this is the tween task. Before the tween goes, I'm going to show you the presentation from Divine Magic of what the twins are going to be doing.
Everybody.
Hi there.
This is Victoria.
This is Dean.
And it gives us great pleasure to tell you a little bit about today's lesson, doesn't it?
Today's lesson, part of the Triple T, Sam's wonderful project, and we're going to just introduce this week's lesson.
And the lesson is, it's called Animal in Me. And it's very exciting. What you do is you download, grab the online tool, and this will help you explore what sort of qualities you have like an animal. And it helps with your preferences, your personalities, your strengths. Like if you were to use it, what sort of animals would you be?
What sort of animal? Because we're magicians, aren't we, Tween? I think, hey, a rabbit.
Rabbits are fast, and they're a little bit cheeky, and they're quite magical, aren't they? But as well as that, there's loads of fun downloads to do, and you can explore your strengths and your personality. And when you're looking at your strengths, what this will help with is it will help you understand that everybody's different.
We're all different. We all have our own strengths. Some of us are great at art. Other people are good at running. It doesn't matter what you're good at. You will be good at something.
And also in the download section, these look great. Is you've got some masks, animal masks.
Ooh.
Oh, brilliant coloring. And also spot the difference as well.
Oh, I love spot the difference, don't you?
So I do actually. So you're basically going to explore the animal in you and just explore it. Use the tool online and you'll find your preferences, your personality. You'll have a great time. Enjoy it. Bye for now.
Bye.
So, thank you very much, Dean and Victoria. This is a time for the tween to leave us, and it's now going to be fine for the parents to be together to have discussion. I've got instruction on the screen for those that are joining us for the first time or those that are not sure what to do. So you need to settle the tween to have their own laptop or their own device where they can do what they need to do. And I've got this instruction here that you can follow. Hello, everyone. I hope the twins are settled now. And this is a time for us as parents to start learning how to treasure our precious gifts. We'll be looking at communication techniques and how we communicate effectively with our twin. Before I go on, I had a question from YouTube. One of the twin on the YouTube was asking, how do they submit their assignment that they did last month? One, you could discuss it with the family, with your parents. Two, when you're coming for your one-to-one coaching with me, when your parents book one-to-one coaching with me, then you can bring it. So this will form the basis of our conversation. So keep it and start keeping the profile for yourself. And when it comes to your award, you will need to present all the tasks that you have done. So that's the question that came. So please, could the parent of the child, all the twin, could you pass the message on to them? Thank you for asking that question from the YouTube. Now, I will also look at news issue for our reflection. So I've been watching the news, and if I see something that is important that parents should be thinking about, I bring them, I review them, and I present them during the trip, during this forum. So before we go into the techniques of treasuring them, let's look at the animal me. Okay, this is just a psychological test, personality test. It's about testing the personality and the strength of the twin. But can I say to you that parents should do this with the twin? You should also do it. The learning intention is for us to learn about the personalities and the strength of this twin, and so that they can know they are different from others and appreciate themselves. And the success criteria of this is that the twin would understand the meaning of preferences and that everyone is different. So they will learn to appreciate themselves and appreciate diversity in others. The twin can identify their own strengths, and when they are in teams, they can perform better to be themselves, knowing that this is my strength and recognizing that other people may have other strengths that they do not have. So that is the benefit of it. There are 4 sections in the Animal Me quiz. The first section is looking at where do they gain their energy from? Are they people that get it from the outside, or they get it from within? So that could mean that they're extroverted or they are introverted. And these are the questions that goes with that. So you will see all those questions. So parents, you are aware of this, so that when they're asking you questions why they are doing that, you should be in a position to support them. Now, the second bit is looking at how they take information. Do they look at the detail, or do they look at the big picture? This is about sensing, and they're intuitive. Now, you can see that the first letter is synonymous to the name that they're using. So the letters are quite important in the result they're going to get. So S standing for Sharon, and the N in intuitive standing for nurse. So these are the questions that will tell us whether the child is a sensing or an intuitive child. The third set of questions will be looking at how they decide things. Are they people that make decisions from their head, or those that make it from their hearts? That's about feeling or thinking. This is what they are getting from that. The next one is, what is their attitude to life? Some people are very planning when it comes to life, and some of us are very spontaneous. So it's about perceiving or judging. So it's actually J and P. So that's how I got that. Now, at the end of the task, the first letter they will get will give you an idea whether they are an E person, extroverted, or they are an I person, introverted person. And you would discuss some of the tasks that they will have done today, the mask, the holiday planning, or the spot the difference. This will give you more idea about the type of person that they are. So make sure you discuss that at the end of the quiz. So the quiz, you will find out the animal that you are, including yourself as parents, understand each other's personality, what you are all good at, and you should all discuss the results as a family. And express things that you didn't expect, express it to them. And they probably will naturally do that. Mom, I didn't know you are like that. I didn't know. And you can explain why you are like that to them. Okay. So these are the different animals that they come out with. I'm not going to go into the details of this. You can see all the animals at the end of the quiz if you're interested. But each child will have their own, they will be given the type of animal that they have, and it will explain the type of person that they have. And you can see the green stuff at the bottom of the animal is telling them things that will interest them. So you probably will know some of those things about them already. So these are the animals: koala, black bear, teddy bear, polar bear, eagle, barn owl, tawny owl, falcon, lion, panther, tiger, and a cat. So that is all about the Animal Me quiz, and it's a family quiz that we should all do together. Okay, because if you can do it and you can identify with your own results, then you know what you're getting to know about your twin is quite important. So you know that I need to respect this about my child. So now let's get to our own serious talk. Active listening. How do we communicate listening to the twin? The first question is, how do you listen to yourself first? So as much as you're learning how to listen to the twin, I think you should apply it to doing it to yourself as well, listening to yourself. So I already have a blog about this. So I'm just going to bring out the highlights in the blog for you. So you will get all the links and the link to everything at the end of this. So you can go and read the blog. So in listening, make sure you let your child know that you are interested in what they have to say. You need to be demonstrating that to the child. You will be able to hear their distress and how they're demonstrating their views of the world. So you'll be learning about your child. You'll be giving them time to decide their own course of action. So you are indicating that you actually trust in their own ability to solve problems. And we all could agree that that is very good in building esteem and confidence. And you are always going to be demonstrating acceptance of their own perspective and showing appreciation of their situation. So active listening to every twin at home, in school, or even in the wider community will aid them learning and development, will aid their learning and development of skills. They will feel included so they can be active and responsible. They will feel they are being heard and protected. So that's about safety. They will know that they have time to take part in activity. So there is time for everything. So it's about timing. And they will be able to identify their own feelings and be able to express emotion. It's about building emotional intelligence for them. And then creating a stable environment that gives them good health and nutrition. That's all about nurturing them. Like I said earlier, you can get more about this on the blog. So when you're listening to a child, these are suggestions of how to practice listening, and it goes in detail in the blog. Give full attention, eye contact. Some of us from our cultural background, eye contact is a big deal, and some of us grew up not wanting to give eye contact. This is quite important that we give eye contact, and you go down to their level. I am 6'5" tall, and if I'm talking to young people, I don't do presentation standing up because it's intimidating on its own. So when you're with your child, go down to their level. If you be comfortable stooping, stoop. If not, sit down so that you're on their own level with them. If your child corrects you, try again, because when they are telling you their emotion, give them more words that they will use to say what they need to say, so that they can describe their feelings to you. Children need to know you are going to listen to them. And when you do this, you are building a future friend for them, because they are more likely to talk with you about their hopes and problems when they're older. If you're not doing this now, you're not building friendship with your children. And words are not needed at all the time. There are times silence can be golden. Just sitting with them, sulking, crying over or expressing their emotion is as good as talking. So you don't have to talk all the time. And I'm going to say this is things that I have personally experienced. Telling your child to stop feeling a particular way does not show your child you are trying to understand how they feel. And I will say it's actually a demonstration of your own fear to your child. My mom can't cope. My dad can't cope. They are not able to face it. So make sure that you are listening to the emotion that they are expressing to you. Reflecting of emotion is not always easy. Even we that we are practitioners, we struggle to do that, but you can learn to do it. And there are tips that are given in the blog that will help you to do that. So that is about active listening. And now I'm going to move to the news review for this month. There's been a lot of issues around child abuse internationally, and it's on the news line. So I pick on this. Should private tutors face criminal check? This was on BBC, and I've reviewed it. So when you read the blog, the content of BBC is already there, and I've reviewed it. And this is my own summary of the whole thing. Teachers working in school must have check. So why would somebody come into your home that is going to be with them alone, or they're going to be with a person, not have a check? Many agencies will insist on having an up-to-date checks on their staff. So if you're getting a tutor from an agency, most of them would, and you should check if they do. Employers are licensed to, you as an individual cannot ask for a criminal check. Employers are licensed to do that. So that poses a problem for parents. How do I get them to do it? Because I can't ask for it. And the NSPCC, that's the child organization, are looking at tightening the rules of allowing tutors to be with children without going through this. So the recommendation from this discussion is that parents should employ tutors through reputable agencies. Parents should also take additional steps to check a tutor. If a tutor if there is no hidden agenda, they should understand that you have to do that. The fact that they are uncomfortable with you wanting to do that is a red flag for you. So you can follow up references, speak to previous employers that they've had. You do a due diligence check to know that you are putting your child in the hand. Even though you may be sitting with them, your child is building a relationship with that person, and you want to know they are trusted. For those of us, some people are already working with children, so you could ask for, because they're already working with children, you could ask for their PVG report that they got. So you can keep a note of their PVG reference. For those in Scotland, in England, they do DBS. Keep a reference of that so that if you need to report them, you can actually phone those people and tell them about it, or tell the police about it. Making sure that your child understands how to keep themselves safe from abuse. So that is important. When the child is well informed about that, then they will feel more secure with whoever they're with. So those are the things that I wanted to bring to you, to the presence of parents. Like I said at the beginning, this is your job. You are living in this on a day-to-day basis. My role is to highlight the issue. Your job is to go to them and become aware. What am I doing about this? So you are never caught unaware with this. Hello, Tweens. Welcome back. Joining us. So when I get to the Tween Discovery chat, I like to clarify that you are not chatting with me. I'm giving you what you are going to chat about. So I'm giving you and your parents the topic that you would chat about. So I'd like you to hear what I'm telling your parents about this, so that if you need to remind them that, Mom, you're not supposed to do that, just say it to them. You understand? So I'm giving that to you. So we're going to be discussing the topic of today. Every time I'm looking at the child's well-being, and I'm also looking at the job sector. So that's what we do in this section of the Triple T. Your parents have learned a bit more about how to be able to do their job better than the way they're doing. They're doing a great job with you, but they're looking at even making it better. So for the chat today, what you and your parents will be discussing, your parents will be looking at how they can encourage you to be a successful learner. And a successful learner is a child that is achieving through the nurturing that they're getting. So you need to be achieving through the nurturing. And if this is not happening, there is an issue that your parents need to do something about. So now, most of this, everything here is more for the parents, and just one or two things for you to be aware as well. So the first thing is that parents should not feel rejected by the newfound independence. When your child is becoming a tween from ages 8 upwards, there is a newfound, they're no more your toddler. They don't want to sit on your lap like they used to do. So don't feel rejected by the newfound independence. Set aside special time for your child. I have created this for you. So this is a time that you and your child can have a discussion about them. In the past, you used to ask direct question, how was school today? Think about indirect way of what did you enjoy in school today, rather than how was school? What was good about today? Indirect question. Don't be overly judgmental about any issue that they raise to you or anything that they're doing. Try to find their own views of it. Watch what they watch with them. If you are not interested, develop the interest so that you are not left alone. Remember, you want them to be your friends when they become teenagers. If you can't have the conversation of their interest with them, you're already losing them. So watch things with them. Don't be afraid to start conversation about sex and drugs. We went into that last month. So there is a bit more information on that you can still get on the website. And don't overreact when we hear things. At the same time, don't be clueless either. Don't show that you're clueless. Just be in control. Be in control. Even when you don't know and you're clueless, that's a challenge for you to go and find. Be excited about, I'm glad my child is telling me this because they trust me. That's why they are telling me. Go and find more about it. And I want to say, encourage sports for girls. And also, nurture your boys' emotional side. Boys do cry. So it's important that you nurture the boys' emotional side. Parents, you need to respect your child's need for greater autonomy. Autonomy means wanting to do things their own way in order to forge a good relationship with them. If you develop trust with your pre-teens, you can offer them a safe place to come back to, no matter what happens in the world they are inhabiting. And in doing that, you are setting a smoother stage for a smoother stage for a smoother adolescence. So that's my encouragement for you. This is the highlights of the discussion, the conversation you're going to be having today. Remember, we're talking about successful learner. That's what we're talking about today. You want to try and understand the importance of they knowing themselves. Your children need to understand themselves. So that's the type of conversation that you are trying to have with them. They have to gain basic understanding of things that make them. Some of us adults even need to do that and understand how they can develop themselves. So all the conversation that you will be having, this week, this month is about this. Things like getting to know more about their favorite person. What is it? And you have a worksheet with all the questions you're going to ask. So don't worry about what question will I ask. The worksheet gives you all the questions that you can ask them about their famous person. What is your favorite food? That tells you a lot about them as well. So there are questions to ask about them. Here, where would you most like to go for a holiday? Dad and mom, maybe you need to start working more and get them there. And even if you can't get them there, you could get them on a virtual holiday to the place. They could be there on Google and you can explore the place with them on Google and enjoy fun. So you can have a Google holiday to the Bahamas in your own house and have an experience. We're going to the Bahamas this Saturday and be in Bahamas through Saturday, including the meal that you're going to have for the day. Make it something Caribbean that they will enjoy, something American that they will enjoy. What will be the first thing you would do if you won the lottery jackpot? There are questions there, and there are lots of things you will learn. What would you want to do for a career in the future? Please let me read this question again. What do my twin want to do for a career in the future? I didn't say, what do I want my twin to do for a career in the future? They are two separate questions. So it's the first question that you are asking as it is written. What do you like to do in your spare time? The answer might be, Mom, you don't give me enough spare time anyway. So, okay, now let's talk about getting that spare time. I'll give you more. So what will you do with it? If you could be famous, what would you like to be famous for? So you get into all this discussion with them. There's a worksheet to help you through them. Okay, so that is the bits on having a discussion with them. Now, this is my own favorite part because this is what I do every day to get these young people to. It's so exciting when they are talking about different things they want to do. When a young person is sitting in front of you, they will just surprise you with what they are telling you. Sometimes I don't even know the career that they are mentioning. And that is interesting. So this month we're looking at food and drink, the UK largest manufacturing sector. Do you know that they contribute 28.2 billion to the economy annually? And they employ 400,000, that is nearly 500,000 of people in UK. That's the food and drink sector. Now, the career quiz. I want you to answer this quiz. I'm going to go through the answer, but this is the question. Put your own answer down, and then let me give you the surprise when I go through each of the answer. So what does a farm worker do? That is the question. Do they care for livestock? Do they farm crops? Do they farm fish? Are they marketing farm products? Or are they responsible for procurement and logistics of farm products? Or do you think it's all of the above? So that is the quiz for you. And now I'm going to discuss it so that you can find the answer. Okay. Care for livestock. That is care for animal. Farming crops, everything that we eat in the house is not the chicken that hatch the apple. So everything we eat in the house, the food that we eat, most of them come from farming crops. And then farming fish and seafood, that is what they do. There are some farmers that are into farming fish and seafood. Now, there are people that work in the farm that don't do any of these three, but they are responsible for marketing farm products. So their job is to connect them to get people to come and buy the products. And then there are people that actually get the product, the procurement and logistics, responsible for getting the product from the point of production to the point of distribution or even point of consumption. So those are the procurement, logistics, farm products. So really, the true answer is all of the above. Are you surprised at how many jobs that you can just get within the food and drink industry? So I'm just going to give you this video to see.
When you make a batch, put in green coffee in the top. There's like a hot drum over a gas burner, and there's also an airflow. So you actually roast the beans with hot air. And the average roasting is about 11 or 12 minutes. And if you aim for that roasting, each roasting means that every roast will be consistent. And actually roasting varies for how much coffee you put in as well. So that's the kind of roasting process. So roasting the coffee is one part, but actually making sure your roast is consistent is another part. So on a Wednesday, every roast has to be sampled. Every sample goes on the table and raw taste each individual sample. And to make sure all the Brazilians are consistent, all the colonies are consistent. And then any one stands out, you can actually reference it on the software. Having an amazing palate is a very important part of the job.
Person at SRUC's Crichton Oil Farm. My job is to care for all the livestock on the farm, following the calf from birth right through to when it joins the herd as a milking cow. Records on a daily basis will involve the services for when the cows are artificially inseminated, also cabin records, because you've got to send away for passports, because every animal on the farm has a passport for when it moves. Medicine records are really important. That's primarily my job, to look after medicine records. It's so that make sure that the milk is safe to go into human consumption. It's important to make sure all the animals are healthy and grow as quickly as possible so that they can produce more milk in their lifetime. The skills I use are communication, because it's quite a large team that I work with, and you've always got to make sure you use verbal communication and also written communication so there's no mistakes. I really enjoy my job. It's long hours sometimes, but it's very rewarding. A lot of it is the satisfaction of seeing a calf that you've delivered then growing up to be a milking cow like that.
So the food and drink covers everything relating to working outdoors, farming crops and livestock, sea catching or farming fish, food production, new product development, food scientists, technologists or engineer, marketing of product, procurement, transport, and logistics. So these are samples of jobs that are available within the food and drink now. So all these jobs are available now. So you can go back to the link to see some of these jobs, and these are things that parents could work with you to click on each of these jobs and discuss what they are. So you are getting to have an idea of the different jobs available within the food and drink sector. This is something that you can do through this month to get familiar with what is available. Once they open the link, I'm sure most of the Tween can go through themselves to familiarize themselves with the jobs available in that sector. Now, the future, jobs of the future. Now, these are jobs that are evolving now within the food and drink sector. Quality assurance officer, brand identity. We all have our favorite brand product that we want. Digital marketing specialist. I was talking about the marketing job. So each farmer want people to know about their own particular produce. So they may need a lot of digital marketing effort to get into that. Data analyst for the seeds and even for the feeding, for the animal life, for the vaccinations and everything that they do. And social video designers. I mean, these are people that will help promote the animals, things like showing television programs and even events as well. So these are all the jobs that are evolving within that sector. You can also go to the link on the website to be able to access all these jobs. So that is the end of the job sector in focus for this month. So you'll be wondering, how do we get all this information? For those of you that are aware last time, you know that you can go to the worksheets on my website. So you can go to my website and go to the worksheet. The focus worksheets are for adults. So if you are an adult and you're looking to find yourself, to understand the opportunity that is out there, to communicate effectively with opportunity providers through your CV, personal statement, cover letter, proposal, this is what you will get in the communication. And if you're looking for specific information about the opportunities you are interested in, you can get that through the use information bits. And starting is the things that you need to do to get in, the things that you need to ground yourself, and the things that you need to grow. So that's the information that you will get from here. And the triple T is where you get the information for April 2021, and you also get the one for May 2021. Everything that we have covered today is available there. Remember to log your Tween on triple T, their activity. You should log them, like the question that came from YouTube. You should go and log them and record what you've done. When you are logging them, you could send what you've done with the log. I will make sure that you have an attachment facility so that we can be keeping records for you against your award. And remember, when you're ready, you can book your coaching session for each of your twin so that we can have a discussion of their progress to start introducing career discussion to them. You are doing a great parenting job for all parents that you've taken your time to be here, or if you're just watching this video for the first time, you're already on the right step. You must be a good parent that is wanting to better themselves. So imagine the progress in education and your child's school and life success if you as a parent is embracing your role as your child's first teacher and role model. This was said by James L. Casal. And that is the end of my presentation to you today. These are the things that you will be able to pick from the website. And we have the pastor of the Love Citadel Church with us today to pray for us as we bring this, to bless the children as we bring this to an end. So, Pastor Hope, I give it on to you. Thank you for supporting this project.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining in this wonderful edition of Triple T. Let's have a short prayer. O God of creation, we thank you for this time, for this wonderful opportunity where we can learn from one another. More importantly, where we can study the future of these little ones and commit their future into your hands, knowing that you are the God of all knowledge. You're the God who holds the future in your hands. And today we pray for every young one and every parent that you will lead us into paths of excellence. Lead us into paths of great destiny. And may the choices we make and the decisions we make, and also the things we learn, lead us into paths that will cause fulfillment in the lives of not only the young ones, but also the parents. The Lord, you keep us from evil. Keep us from making mistakes that we'll regret in our lifetime. Thank you for the facilitator, Sam, and the team for working in the background to make this a success. We give you glory and honor as we bless this initiative with the blessings from above. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Hope. Thank you for everyone from Love Citadel that supported this project. If you have any question, please put it either on the blog. If you're reading the blog and you're unsure of something, put it on the relevant blog so that I can respond to it. Or you can put it on the YouTube, or you can, if it's a general question that you just want to ask, then you can send it through contact us on samshoyonbo.com. That's my webpage. And remember, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and use it. And also read our blogs and like them as well and comment. When it only takes one parent to start commenting, and other people that join may start commenting as well. So I won't do anything unless people comment on it. So please do comment on the blog. Thank you, everyone. And I hope that you have a wonderful life with your twin, and you will join me next month on the 12th of June when I bring you a new edition of Triple T June 2021. Enjoy your month. Bye.
You have to